My brother told me in front of everyone, "You sell snacks, not run a company." The whole room laughed. My own mother didn't defend me. She looked away, pretending she didn't hear it. I stood there with plastic cups in my hand, surrounded by people who once called me worthless. Like, share, subscribe. If you've ever been underestimated, this story is for you. It was my cousin Zara's engagement party, a big one. Catered halls, fairy lights, a DJ flown in from another city. My whole extended family was there, all dressed up, talking about their new promotions, foreign vacations, and who's buying what next. I had just arrived, wearing a simple shirt I bought on sale, carrying a box of homemade snacks I made for Zara as a gift. I didn't expect a grand welcome, but I didn't expect humiliation either. Snack guy is... Here! That was my uncle, the one who calls himself an international investor, but still lives in my grandma's old house. Everyone laughed. Even Zara, the bride, smiled awkwardly. I just kept walking, placed the box near the food table, and moved to the corner. I thought I could just blend in. But no, they wouldn't let me. So, still running that home kitchen thing? My aunt asked, loud enough for everyone to hear. She used her fingers to make air quotes. Business, she said, as if the word itself was a joke. I forced a smile. Yeah, I replied, still running it. That's when my brother, Amir, decided to take it further. He clinked his glass like he was giving a toast. Everyone, let's give a round of applause to my younger brother, who's trying his best to turn samosas into $1 million empire. Roars of laughter. Someone actually said, "Dream big, bro. Maybe one day you'll cater your own wedding." I just stood there. I didn't fight back. Not yet. Because they didn't know what I had done in the last 4 years. They didn't know I had 7 cloud kitchens running under a silent brand. They didn't know I had investors from Dubai and Singapore. They didn't know who was secretly supplying snacks to 42 stores in the city under a premium label. But they were about to find out. Not because I planned to tell them, but because of what happened next. Just as I turned to leave the crowd, biting back every word I wanted to say, Zara's fiancé's father walked into the hall. A tall, well-dressed man with presence. People straightened up when he entered. He was one of the biggest restaurant owners in the city. Ran a chain, rich, respected, ruthless in business. He looked around, scanned the crowd, and then his eyes landed on me. He walked straight toward me. "Are you Samir?" he asked. Every conversation in the room went quiet. My brother turned, confused. My aunt literally stopped chewing. I nodded slowly. "Yes, sir." He reached into his coat, pulled out a card, and handed it to me. "I've been trying to find you for the last 2 months. You're the guy behind Noon Delights, right? We've been sourcing your cheese rolls and chocolate pastries. They outsell everything on our menu." I didn't say anything. Not yet. But I could feel the air shift. My uncle took a step closer. My mother turned fully toward us now, her expression frozen. He continued, "I want to talk about exclusivity. Franchise rights. Maybe a full buyout if you're open to it. My manager reached out, but no one got through. We had no idea the brand was built by you." That last word, you, echoed. I smiled. Finally. Just a little. Before I could reply, my cousin jumped in. Wait, that's your brand? Noon Delights? That's at my office cafe. People literally fight over your hazelnut cookies." Now the dominoes started falling. Zara blinked, stunned. "Wait, the pastries I post on Insta, those are yours?" Even Amir, my brother who called me a joke 15 minutes ago, said, "You mean, you own that brand?" I looked at him for a long second, and then nodded. "Yeah, built it. From my kitchen. while you were laughing." No one said anything. Then the restaurant tycoon said the words that sealed the moment forever. "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. You're about to change the food business in this city. And when you're ready to sell, call me first. We'll start the bid at 7 figures." The silence wasn't awkward. It was delicious. But the real twist? It hadn't even started yet. I left the party early that night. Not out of anger, but because my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. 3 different investors messaged me after the tycoon posted a selfie with me on LinkedIn with the caption, "Meet the genius behind Noon Delights, the future of premium snacks." It already had 20,000 views by the time I reached home, and then the call started. First, it was my aunt, the one who mocked my home kitchen. She wanted to know if I could guide her son on how to start something similar. I told her I was busy. Next, my cousin Zara, suddenly warm, suddenly sweet. "Samir, I had no idea you were doing all this. Can we maybe collaborate for my wedding desserts?" The same girl who didn't even say thank you when I brought homemade snacks for her. But the most unexpected call came that night. My brother Amir. He didn't even try to act casual. "Samir, I was thinking, maybe we could work together. You know, I've got connections in supply. I can handle logistics while you do the recipes. You know I've always believed in your talent." I let him talk. Let him spin his words like silk. Then I asked just one thing. "Do you remember what you said last night? In front of everyone?" Silence. He tried to laugh it off. "Bro, come on. You know I was just messing around." "No, Amir," I cut in. "You weren't messing around. You were reminding me that in this family, the only respect that matters is the kind that makes money." He didn't say anything. So I ended the call. The next morning, I woke up to 4 million views on that LinkedIn post. I had 132 messages, including one from a famous food vlogger asking to do a feature on me. But none of that compared to what came next. My mom. She came to my room, quiet, sat at the edge of the bed. "I didn't know," she whispered. We're building all this alone?" I looked at her. She wasn't wearing judgment or pride, just guilt. "All I wanted," I said softly, "was to be taken seriously, without having to shout for it." She nodded. And then, without saying anything else, she placed an old envelope in my hand. It was from Dad, a letter I'd never seen, and what was written inside would change everything. The paper was yellowed, folded so many times the edges had started to tear. My hands shook a little as I opened it. I recognized the handwriting instantly, bold, slanted, sharp. My father's. He died 3 years ago. I thought I knew everything he left behind. I was wrong. The letter was dated 7 years ago. "Samir, I know they don't believe in you. I see it every day. Your brother rolls his eyes, your uncles laugh, behind your back, even your mother. She doesn't say it, but I can see the doubt in her silence. But I've watched you, at night, when you think no one's awake. I've seen the charts, the ingredient lists, the notebooks full of recipes, and costings. You don't have just a dream. You have a system. And that's more dangerous than talent. That's power." I couldn't breathe for a second. "I'm leaving a seed for you. Not because I don't trust you to build your own, but because I want to buy you time. Time they won't give you. Inside the safe, the code is your birthday plus mine. You'll find $30,000. It's not much, but it's enough to build the start of something no one can laugh at. Just promise me one thing. Don't tell them. Let them find out when it's too late." I looked up at my mom. "You knew about this?" I asked, voice low. She nodded, ashamed. He made me swear not to tell you unless you made it on your own first. I was frozen. My father, the man I thought had left nothing behind but debts and silence, was the reason I survived the first brutal year of business. He believed in me before I even knew I needed the belief, and while the rest of them laughed, he was watching in silence and betting on me. The next day, I unlocked the safe. The money was gone. I'd used it long ago and never knew where it came from, but there was something else inside now. A handwritten journal. My dad's. Inside the first page was a note. This isn't for business. This is for legacy. But just when I thought the story had reached its peak, an email came in. Subject. Line. Urgent. Noon delights. Trademark challenge. Action required immediately. And that's when I realized someone was trying to steal everything I built. I clicked the email, heart pounding. The message was cold, corporate, and terrifying. Dear Mr. Samir, we regret to inform you that your trademark application for Noon Delights has been formally challenged by an existing entity claiming prior usage and brand rights. Please review the attached documents and respond within 72 hours, or your claim to the brand may be revoked. Attached was a 57-page PDF, filled with legal jargon, screenshots, product labels, and a name I didn't expect to see. Amir & Co. Enterprises. My brother. My own blood. He was trying to snatch the brand from under me. Legally. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was just jealous. I thought he wanted attention. But this was war. I opened his company's website, a freshly launched clone of my brand. Same product names, same descriptions, same look. Everything I built, stolen. He filed his application just one day before mine. Now I understood that call from him. The fake, let's work together talk. It wasn't partnership he wanted. It was ownership. For 2 minutes, I just sat there, numb. Then I remembered something. Something my father once told me when I failed a school exam and cried all night. When someone tries to steal from you, don't just protect what's yours. Make what you have so big, they choke trying to swallow it. So I got to work. I sent out 3 messages. One to the food vlogger who wanted to feature me, one to the restaurant tycoon who offered a buyout, and one to my legal contact in Dubai, the one who helped me structure my international sales contract. Last year. Within 24 hours, I had a full legal team, a PR strategist, and 2 major investors ready to back me. But I didn't stop there. I leaked the story, anonymously, to a major business blog under the headline, Brother Tries to Hijack. $1 billion snack brand gets caught on paper. The post went viral in 2 hours. By evening, our Noon Delight scam was trending on Twitter. Amir's company website, taken down for copyright violations. His LinkedIn, flooded with angry comments. My entire family group chat, exploding. And me? I was sitting in a podcast studio, giving my first ever interview as the founder of Noon Delights. But right in the middle of the shoot, I got a message that stopped everything, from Zara. Samir, I think you need to see what Amir just did. It's worse than the trademark thing. Way worse. She sent a video, and when I hit play, my jaw dropped. I opened Zara's message and saw a video. It was security camera footage, a little blurry, but clear enough to see everything. It was Amir, in a commercial kitchen. Next to him, one of my old workers, the same guy I fired 6 months ago for trying to copy my recipes. They were mixing ingredients, packaging cookies, rolling dough, my recipes, my flavors, my exact process. I couldn't believe it. He didn't just try to steal my brand. He stole my work, my taste, my soul. And he thought no one would find out. But I had everything I needed now. I sent the video to my lawyer. Within 6 hours, we filed a full case, recipe theft, trademark violation, and brand impersonation. By the next morning, Amir's name was all over the news. For the wrong reasons. Businessman caught stealing brother's brand on hidden camera. Noon Delight's founder exposes shocking family betrayal. His investor backed out. His new website was removed permanently. And his company? Blacklisted. But that wasn't the real win. The real win came 2 weeks later, at an award event. I was standing on stage, holding a trophy for Best Emerging Food Brand of the Year, and when I looked into the crowd, I saw them. My mom, crying. Zara, smiling. Even my brother, sitting in the very back. Alone. No words. Just silence. I stepped up to the mic, looked at the crowd, and said one thing. They laughed at my small business. Now they wait in line for it. The whole room stood up and clapped. And in that moment, I wasn't just a chef or a founder. I was the story they would never forget.